I love the way you've done this now. You've got your Radio Hope, you got Mike Myers, you
Yeah,
got your time, you got your number.
because of you.
Mike, you gotta start using Zoom more. I love this. So
Can I tell you something real quick?
tell me.
This morning, I already produced a 3-minute video that's on my Facebook page about today's program because of you.
That's freaking cool.
It is. And
Freaking
I'm doing this with this thing, and I'm pointing out like
Oh yeah, I got you.
the temperature today in Radio Hope will be 67 degrees.
All right. Well, for those of you on the podcast side, he actually made a whole graphic, which you can find on our YouTube, my YouTube, and our playlist on YouTube at Alex Garrett. Mike Myers, Radio Hope, 9 a.m. Eastern time, live, and you can call him there too, right, Mike?
Yeah. And I got to tell you something. Rob Poopy Bag Scribner
Yes.
had the nerve to say, that was a really strange interview. This isn't an interview. This is just two guys interacting that love God and love podcasting and want to bring hope. And you're a guy, he sent me a picture this morning of him in a crouching position. You're catcher.
Yeah, I used to be catcher in the halls of 44th Street.
How can you even?
Well, so I used to, before I could walk, obviously, I used to crawl a lot.
No, wait. You see, you're sidestepping something very important. And I know you are, because you don't want to draw attention to you.
Well, I was going to say, because I was crawling as a kid, I naturally picked up the catching position because that was just, I would just be able to sit on the floor and be catcher, you know? So that's kind of why I put on the pads and why I got whole gear together.
But Alex, you see, people don't realize why that is not, it's a much.
Reintroducing the scene. That's right.
And you are a very humble person. You don't make a big deal out of who you are.
Well,
but the picture speaks volumes.
For those of you just joining us and finding us, Mike and I and myself along the way, I do have one leg that I rollerblade on in New York City. I guess because I'm feeling so localized with our coverage that only my friends hear. But you know what? You're right. People may be hearing this for the first time and they don't know anything about me. They just hear two guys talking.
Two guys talking.
Or as Dustin Softman says, we're talking here.
Can't you see we're talking here? What's up with you? Etc.
I usually don't have a New York accent, so that was rare. But no, but seriously, you're right. I just don't. It's so natural to me. I don't even think about it.
That is a cool statement. And I don't even want to use the D word, is so natural to you. It's just you. It's Alex. I love it.
It's me hopping over from my bed to my podcasting station. What can I do?
And there are so many little jokes that never mind. I love you, man. But you're an inspiration.
They made a meme about the word inspiration. They said, how many disabled people does it take to screw in a light bulb? And the old joke is 1 and 5 people telling them they're inspirational for doing stuff. But I do want to get back to you for a minute because I'm very
okay.
The spiritual agreement that you've written up, what did it say in it? Like, what's the plot?
Actually, I didn't write it up. It's from a movie called Courageous.
A Christian film?
Yeah, and unfortunately, many Christian films are really not all that well produced.
Well, I saw Breakthrough. That was one I really loved. I love that one. But
now, that was with, what's his name? Kurt Cameron.
I think so, but also it was with the gal from This Is Us. She was the mother in that movie. But I guess, and I don't want to offend anybody here, but I guess what you're saying is previous to when other studios really upped their game in the Christian film world, it did seem kind of campy. Is that what you would say?
Campy?
Yeah, like some of it might be just like very up in the air. a positive view on being a Christian instead of like the whole reality of what life is like as a Christian fighting through
Oh,
the day.
well, I think actually, what was the last one we watched? There's a bunch of them out there. There's like one where the gal got her arm bit off by a shark. That was a powerful flick. I have to be careful because there really are some good movies out there.
There are amazing
So,
movies. I had seen.
yeah, yeah.
What did I last see that was interesting? We also were presenting Will Rogers as the movie on Fred Rogers because Day in the Neighborhood, because there
Is
was
that a good movie?
I didn't actually see it because I was outside working, but I was it was a Christian movie because I think Fred Rogers was deep in Christianity or he had some Christian faith about him while
Uh-huh.
on public television.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think just keeping it real. I mean, well, what's the name of your show?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping It Real with Alex Garrett, right?
It's not, it's not in the Christian world. It's not get up every day and happy God woke you up. There are times where you're like, what should be that way, but there are all the times of like, how do we really stay with God during this time? That's the big question, and that's what I think people are trying to find for their own self.
And there are people that I think are coming closer in their walk because of the COVID. I mean, the fear factor with COVID is just. I mean, no.
I know though that Mike, that inspires you to get on the air and tell a different story every morning at 9 a.m. Right? I mean, that inspires you to get out of a different message.
Hope.
Yes.
Hope for a better tomorrow. By the way, speaking of today's program, Brandon Novak used to be who's the skateboarder young man? Tony
Hawk?
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Brandon Novak was on Tony Hawk's skateboarding team until at the age of 15, he started doing all kinds of heavy drugs and now is publicly speaking about addiction. And I'm going to be playing half of the audio of his 1 hour video called Tomorrow Will Be a Better Day.
You and I are the same like that. If we see something on TV or just like, we want to play you that audio because it's such powerful content. Like, I love how we think like that. That's awesome.
And it's not about, like I said in my little pre-video, that if you're expecting to tune in and listen to me going with this goitery thing, you're not going to get today for a half hour. You're going to be hearing him, and it is powerful. This will be probably the 4th time I've watched it.
Are you going to air it like in 2 parts or?
I am, and I just got a message from him last night about possibly doing an interview. And here's a case where he didn't get back to me after making that comment, and I'm thinking, what? Am I just, minced pork or uncooked chicken? I mean, what? He's a busy guy.
One last question for you before I let you go, because I know you got to prep. Is Memorial Day weekend going to be the same as always in Boone, Iowa? Or?
I'm glad you said that. You know what I get to do Memorial Day?
What do you do?
I will be in front of the Elks Club 2884 helping give out, we'll actually be selling brats, hamburgers, hot dogs, baked beans, chips, a drink of your choice, and possibly. And veterans eat free.
Beautiful.
And it's to raise money. The Elks is now, the Boone Homeless Fund is now under the umbrella of the Elks here in Boone. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. The Elks has played I know in my community in New Jersey where I go to church, we had our church party there for like our 100th birthday parties at church in the Elks Club. So they play a vital role in the community.
And I've been checking it out. I've been asked to play a part as one of their leadership people, and I've been said no for years and years. And this guy's been hounding me, and I think maybe it's something I'm supposed to include on my plate. It's actually a very humbling to be asked. But I still don't know.
Calling, Michael. It might be. It might just be your calling to.
It might be
To help.
So
But
Don't know.
no, I know you gotta get ready, and I want to keep going. I don't know if you want to keep going, just keep talking, but I don't know what your time's like. So whatever you want to do.
Well, I appreciate you putting it that way. Actually, my prep is done.
Oh, so you can stick around for a little bit more. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's some cool things I also want to get through. Uh, I'm gonna honor a little bit someone that died actually just a couple months ago. 95-year-old former usher at Shea Stadium,
Oh, wow.
Luke Gaspari, and he was in the Battle of the Bulge, and
Wow.
he actually was a Purple Heart and Bronze Star recipient, and he served as an usher very humbly at Shea Stadium for years. And this Memorial Day weekend, I automatically think about his work and his life, because he was great to my dad and I through the years at Shea.
You have quite a history there in that neck of the woods where you're from.
New York City, yeah, I have a bit of a thing, I guess, but
Oh, you guess.
um, I'm proud of it. And here you go. I'm going to share this. See if you can pick it up on the Zoom here. This is me and let's see here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. This is me and Luke in Memorial Day a few years ago in 2017.
I don't have a clue how you do what you do with how you just put that picture up there, but that is so neat.
And this was when he was 93. So I never really got a picture with him as a kid because we were always running around. But it was nice to get one in the older years because you never know, right? I mean, when you take pictures with anyone, they just last, and you're just happy you got them, I guess.
Well, like your photo with Bill Clinton. Like that is so cool.
Thank you.
You know, someone asked me if Obama would have invited me to the White House if I would have gone. I said absolutely I would have gone. He's the president of the United States. Yeah, but it's Obama. No, he was my president.
And this is where you and I are different, and those who support Trump are different than those who don't support Trump. We at least would have the graciousness to still go and see the president back then. Now you've got teams saying, I don't want to go because of Trump. What's that about? I mean, come on.
Well, it really is. I think I hate to say it. True Colors. I have that song still up here that I haven't played yet in the last 3 days. True Colors come shining through with what's going on in politics. You see it in the religious circles too. Why so many denominations? But anyway, I don't want to go there because
I'm glad you mentioned that, and I might step in hot water here, but Joe Biden said you ain't black if you don't. Yeah. But isn't this the same group that says you aren't a male or female? It just feels so related when you think about
it. It's
like
things are a mess.
If you don't vote for us, you are, or and they do defy God. They say you aren't male or female. You are what you feel like. I mean, I feel like I'm hearing the same message when they say you ain't black. That's just my thought.
And if you're not wearing a mask, you don't care if people die. Wait a minute. No, I got a spot over here.
I took it down, but I posted up a status, which is funny because remember a week ago I played you the Joe Biden, hey, everybody stand up for this. This is the same guy who also doesn't recognize disability. It's kind of funny to me, I think.
Yeah, and I think yesterday's show, the importance, I realized I forgot the R. Just this morning I fixed it. The impotence of order. He's flawed. I mean, he is. He's flawed like the rest of us are. And to be able to admit that in front of other people is a very, it's making yourself vulnerable that you are a flawed human being. You're not perfect.
So his apology was okay. See, I don't know. I feel like the apology was kind of just he had to make it or something like that.
Well, and I didn't really follow up on exactly what was said and what the apology was because there's so much. I have to learn to just kind of scroll by
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff.
Well, because that'll keep your mental health too. That'll keep you sane if you just scroll through it instead of, because then when you look at it, you see down the rabbit hole of all these comments, and it's like, why am I even in this moment right now?
Which is what my wife and I talked about yesterday. Just scroll. I said, I can't even scroll past because I am reading these comments and I'm like, you got to be, are you? And then I find myself attached to that post and the responses that people have to what I'm saying. And I could be fishing. I got a new mini cast set up. I could be doing something worthwhile, enjoying life.
Well, yeah, and you can get out and you can get out and you can enjoy your life instead of being inside. Also, maybe one of your titles, 'cause I know sometimes you like the way I phrase things and you use them as a
Yes,
title.
I do.
How about we stay not mired in lockdown, but inspired in lockdown?
Ooh, you should be doing those marquees for churches. Not mired in, is that mired like in Myers? No, it's not. Mired,
Mired.
not in lockdown, but inspired. Ooh, man. That's good. I'm writing it down. I may steal it. I'm a Christian. I just borrow it. I never steal anything. Liar. Liar. Liar.
Thou shalt not steal, though, Michael.
Can I use it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Okay. Well, now I didn't steal it. Judgmental jerk.
No, you said you don't steal anything. Because God says, "Do not, thou not shall steal."
And how many of us take time from our bosses a longer break than we should take?
Yeah.
Get this.
Yeah.
Let's just say, for instance, I was going to take up smoking again because I noticed the place where I was working allowed the people numerous smoke breaks during the day.
Okay.
And I said, I might as well take up smoking again. They get 15-minute breaks. They get 2 or 3 within a 4-hour period.
Say numerous as of what? You could go any hour? Like what kind of numerous breaks are you allowed?
Whenever you have a nicotine fit, I guess. I don't know.
Is this trying to appease their smoking habits, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess a happy employee is a... No, my point is, let's make things fair. What about not working because you're afraid you'll get the COVID, so you'll apply for unemployment, but you're also getting the $600 every week? Did they also get the $1,200?
That's the big question. I think some of them probably did.
So you're better off just sitting at home.
And this is where I do believe that they kind of want us to feel that they can be dependent on the government. And we're going to go down a terrible route if that's the case.
And you're exactly right.
Michael, I've got a question for you because I thought of this last night. I'm a Libra. I want to balance things out.
Oh.
Yet not in a socialistic way. And I'm kind of figuring out I want balance, but not to the point where people are taxed high in order to be fair. Like, I don't know, it's very weird. My mindset is I should be balanced, but I think we've taken fairness too far. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, wow. You could run with the fairness thing and the story about the guys that went to work for this dude, and he said he'd pay him, I'll pay $100 for 8 hours of work. And then this other guy shows up an hour before it's closing time, and his boss says, I'll pay you this much. I'll pay you $100. And then the guys that got paid $100 that worked 8 hours were all ticked off because they didn't think it was fair. And yet the owner is the one who had the final decision.
Not the worker.
Now, when the government is taking my dollars and saying, here, I know you mean well, so I'll give you, it is a socialistic movement.
But it's just, see, my astrology sign, Libra, should be okay with the socialist movement, but I'm just not.
Well, how much credence do you put in? I don't think you put that much in it, do you?
I mean, I do believe in balance. I always think,
no. But I mean the fact that you're a Libra.
Oh,
I mean, I'm a Pisces.
But I kind of pride myself on that because I think having those scales balance keeps me balanced. So I've kind of ran with that idea.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't actually read the readings as much anymore because I have so much other stuff to do. But
Well, and thus I want to keep the importance of order and the order of importance. And if God isn't first and foremost, he deserves preeminence in everything. And if that happens, my wife is going to be loved in a way that could only happen because God has preeminence in everything.
amen. Hey, Mike, I just realized I want to have a little time to post this up before 9 a.m. So let me let you go. And I will talk to you tomorrow morning, and have a good first day of Memorial Day weekend.
I will. Love you, bro. Thanks.
Be well.
Yeah.
And we're going to